Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Good. Okay, today you're going to do a lesson on PowerPoint. Have you ever done a PowerPoint presentation before?
Yes.
Okay, so you do have experience using PowerPoint.
Yes.
What is PowerPoint used for?
Like to show.
To inform.
You create a slideshow.
Yes, PowerPoint is to create slides that are part of a slideshow, and they're used to inform, correct? So why would someone use a PowerPoint as opposed to, let's say, using Microsoft Word or reading telling you to read a manual or a book?
You got it.
Well, pictures are part of the visual part of PowerPoint. But one reason to use PowerPoint is to present with clarity points. If you have a lot of information to present to an audience, PowerPoint allows you to present all of that information with a few slides, with a few points. Also, like you said, there are pictures in PowerPoint. Visual aids have what? What was that? Pictures in PowerPoint. Visual aids, they help do what? They help get the message across as well. They help keep the audience's attention. Okay, make sure when you do a PowerPoint that your presentation is consistently designed. Now, PowerPoints are meant to be visually appealing, right? So you have to make sure that it's not messy or hard for people to read. And you make sure that you put graphics and charts also to make it easy for someone to understand the message that you're trying to bring across. Okay, you're going to do a PowerPoint presentation today, but before you do the PowerPoint, I'm going to show you the video on some basics of PowerPoint. After that, you will do, like I said, the PowerPoint presentation, and it will be based on the information that you put in your resumes and your job applications and your cover letters, okay? So we can go ahead and start the video.
Let's create a PowerPoint presentation. This is what you see when you first open PowerPoint 2013. You can open an existing presentation over here, or create a new one from a template. Since this is our first time, let's start with a blank presentation.
Make sure you pay attention to what he's saying,
This
because you're
area
going
over
to be
here
doing
is the
this
slide
later.
pane, where you choose the slide you want to work on. And this is where you work on it. By default, PowerPoint adds a blank title slide when you first start. This area up here is called the ribbon, which contains the tools for creating your slides in slideshow. Where do we start? Well, how about here where it says click to add title? PowerPoint uses placeholders like this to suggest what to do. Well, that's it. The first slide is finished. Now to add the next slide, we'll come up here to the ribbon. These buttons at the top are called tabs. When you click a tab, you see the commands and options that are associated with that tab. And on the Home tab, there's a group of commands related to slides, including New Slide. This time, PowerPoint adds a slide with a different layout of placeholders. Type your slide title at the top, then type a list of the things you want to talk about. PowerPoint automatically formats the text as bullets. Before we add more slides, let's move down to the status bar and click this button to open the Notes pane. Here you can add notes to use during your presentation. If you need more room, hold the mouse over the border until you see a double-headed arrow, then drag the border up. It's usually considered a best practice to keep the amount of text on your slide to a minimum and fill in all the details with your talk. Don't worry, the audience can't see the notes. They're just for your reference. We'll get into the ways to use PowerPoint during your presentation later. Up next, let's save the presentation file and move on. Probably the most important part of creating a presentation, other than writing it of course, is saving it. For example, if the power were to go out right now, all of our hard work would be gone unless we'd saved it to a file. Here's an easy way to do that. Move up here to this set of commands called the Quick Access Toolbar and click Save. The first time you save a presentation, you come to this area called the Backstage. You won't find any formatting commands here. The Backstage is all about opening, saving, printing, sharing, exporting, and modifying PowerPoint options. In other words, all that behind-the-scenes stuff. Save As is selected when you first save a presentation. Here, you choose whether you want to save it to your computer or to the cloud using Office 365 or OneDrive. I've already signed into my online account, so now I can click here and browse for a location on my OneDrive. Enter a file name and click Save. It's just like saving to a computer, except that now I can access the file on any computer connected to the internet. Or I can share it with others by sending an email message containing a link to the online file. After you save your presentation, you can keep working on it if you want, but remember to save it often so you don't lose any new work. If you want to print your presentation, click the File tab to go to the backstage and click Print. You can see a preview of how it will look after it's printed. Select a printer here, then click Print. However, before we do any printing, we need to finish the slides. Up next, we'll insert some things in the presentation. For the next slide, we want a slightly different layout. Click the arrow inside New Slide, and you get a gallery of layout options. Let's choose To Content. We'll add a title here, and add text in the placeholder on the left. On the right, let's add a picture, and the easiest way to do that is to click this Pictures icon. You can see what an icon does by holding the mouse over it. There are also icons for inserting a table, chart, a smart art graphic, video, or online pictures. Look through your folders, then select the picture and click Insert. PowerPoint automatically sizes and positions the picture in the placeholder, but you can change it if you want. To help you align the picture, click the View tab and add grid lines and guides. Then with the picture selected, click and drag one of the corner handles to change the size. Hold the mouse over the picture until you see a four-headed Move cursor, and then you can move the picture. These guidelines appear when an edge of the picture is aligned perfectly with another element. Also, did you notice that a new tab appeared on the ribbon? Whenever you select an element on the slide, a Context tab appears with a special set of commands and options for whatever you've selected. In this case, a picture. For example, you can align or rotate the picture, change the color of the picture, hold the mouse over an option to see a preview, or click the Picture Styles More button and choose a frame. Then click to select one. When you click away from the picture, the Context tab goes away. To find more things to insert, check out the Insert tab. How about a shape? There are rectangles, arrows, callouts. Click Header and Footer to add things like a date and numbers to your slides. This one is useful. Click Screenshot, then Screen Clipping. Then you can clip out something on your screen, like a web page. Up next, we'll finalize everything and get ready for our live presentation. Our slideshow is almost done, but before we let the audience see it, we need to do something about the design. Click the Design tab, then click the Themes gallery. Hold the mouse over a theme to see a preview. A theme changes the entire look of your slides by applying a professional design. It standardizes the fonts, the colors, the effects, the positioning of elements, even the background images. You can even create your own theme and save it. Let's choose this slide design. Each theme also comes with a set of variants. We added our theme last, but you can just as easily apply a theme when you first start and change it later if you want. One more thing you may want to add is a watermark or image that appears on all of your slides. Click Format Background and Picture or Texture Fill. Then click File. Locate a picture on your computer and click Insert. Drag the transparency slider if you want the picture to look more like a watermark. Then click Apply to All. Click the X to hide the pane. As you work on your presentation, you may want to stop and preview your slideshow. Click the Slideshow tab. Here you'll find the commands and settings related to running your presentation. Click here to run the entire show, or here to run it starting from the current slide. Sometimes when you're laying out a slide, it helps to see what it looks like full screen. Before you call your presentation finished, you can go to the Review tab and click here to run the spell checker. This is also where you can add and review comments. For example, you can email the presentation file to others on your team and ask for comments. Then view the comments here. Up next, we'll prepare and run the presentation. There are many options for presenting your slideshow to an audience. But in our case, we're just going to run the presentation from our laptop in a meeting room. We'll plug the meeting room projector into the laptop to make it easy for everyone in the meeting to see the slides. That'll also make it easier for us because with 2 monitors, we can use Presenter View. Here's how that works. Go to the Slideshow tab and make sure Presenter View is selected. Then click From Beginning to run the slideshow. When you give your presentation, the audience sees the slides on the big screen, and you see Presenter View on your laptop. It's like a control panel that displays the current slide, the next slide, your notes, and even a clock. And there are a bunch of options like pins and a laser pointer. If you don't want to use Presenter View, you can just click to change slides or use this toolbar. You can create some pretty flashy presentations with PowerPoint, or you can keep it simple and use the built-in themes and placeholders. Where do you go next? Well, try exploring PowerPoint 2013 on your own. To dig even deeper into PowerPoint features, tools, and workflows, check out the links in the course summary.
Okay, does anyone have any questions? Okay, you need to close out of the internet and log into PowerPoint.
Mr. Barr. That's first.
Okay, we're gonna go through these PowerPoint presentations. I'm gonna explain each slide, and then you're gonna complete the slide, okay? Make sure you've taken one sheet and passed it down. Now, you did complete your resumes and your applications and your cover letters, right? So you pretty much understand or already know what information that you have in terms of what your career of interest is, what your skills and interests are, along with your abilities, right? Correct? Okay, so yes you can. You can write on your paper if you want. Okay, so let's follow this sheet. But the very top box it says open PowerPoint. We've already done that, and click on new presentation. Has everybody done that? What are they? That's correct. Okay, so like the video said, the program automatically defaults to an intro slide, right? The title slide, correct? So for your first slide, you're going to type in your first and your last name. What is that? Everybody has 2 sides, 2 papers. Okay? Hold on 1 second. Well, the first. Okay, for the first title slide, in the first block, you type your first and your last name. Make sure that you capitalize your first and your last name when you type it in. Okay, and for the subtitle placeholder, you need to type in all about me. Okay, so that's your first slide. Okay, so go back to the home tab. You see those tabs on top of the screen? Okay. Everybody look at the screen.
She's showing you that.
You see those tabs at the top of the screen? Those tabs are going to guide you through your presentation. So right now, we're going to add a new slide. So we go to home. Then you see in the second group, it says new slide. So there's a menu that goes with that, and those are the different layouts of the slide. And according to your instructions, you need to select the picture with caption slide. So go ahead and insert the picture with caption slide.
I got that. Hide the meter slide.
Go to filter.
Okay, some of you all are ahead of me. We're just on slide 2, and some of you have 5 to 6 slides.
How you do meter slide?
Everybody needs to be on their second slide.
I'm on my second side. I'm trying to do this.
Okay.
The right click? Yeah.
You see where, excuse me, on screen it says click to add title. Your title holder is on the bottom of the screen. So click to add a title. And your title for this slide is going to be all about me. So you need to write that or type that in.
Hi, y'all. It's this new slide right here. Right here. Long one.
Everybody select new slide and see what pops up.
Man, I'm not gonna do it. I don't know how to do it. You got me 2007, 2003, 2005,
Hush.
2007.
What you doing?
Oh, picture it.
How you feel about me out here?
Is that what version it is?
Me? I think it's what it is.
Y'all's up to date, mine ain't.
Click
Mine's
new
not
slide.
like that. Top point 2007, y'all keep on
That's
that.
not what's up here.
See?
If I touch 2001,
My short short little thing got it.
You need to pay attention.
No, just press it.
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Because you got the things in your ear.
I ain't playing that.
Really? Take off.
What about?
Take the slide off.
Some bullshit.
I change my background color.
Go to design.
I'm in crime.
Design is right with a tablet.
I ain't got my
Right,
phone.
it's on the top. It say insert right here.
Right there, insert. It's on the right side, insert.
Well,
Yes, press design.
Why my stuff upside down?
well,
You got too much stuff on you. You pick one.
What one I got to be on? What year?
What is
I'm good.
that?
Everybody is different.
Man, I got the other one. I got two.
Why mine like
Okay.
this?
Because you're not paying attention, that's why it's like this.
Hey, you want to?
Oh, yeah, for this.
All right, so everybody should have the same slide that's on the screen.
right, boy, 24,
We skipped a step. I need you, hey, go to file. We need to save this before we proceed with the PowerPoint presentation.
Save as.
Go to fire.
Save as.
Save, not save as, save.
Say that.
No.
What you want me to say?
Save is what? Save is what?
No, not save
Your
as.
first,
Not save
last
as.
name.
Bye.
Once you save, you need to stay inside PowerPoint. All right. So now, right now, we've done the placeholder about me, then we've done the slide layout. So we need to add information to our slide that's about you, right?
Yes.
So here where it says click to add text, you need to click. Put your grade level, the school. Then after you type that in, you click enter. And then a next bullet, new PowerPoint.
So you type in ninth grade?
Ninth grade, Carter High School.
Ninth grade.
Carter High School, George Washington Carter High School.
What school is this?
I mean,
Carter High School.
you got it Carter High School, but George Washington. I ain't got time to
Oh, I thought you said George Washington. You can put, I would say just put Carver High School. Okay. Then the next instruction says career of interest. You need to type in your career of interest.
clear to me. You put ninth grade and then you put enter.
Don't put a sentence, just put the information.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
this computer right here, Google number.
I'm trying to make sure.
Mayor, you ain't speak to me today. You was giving.
Yes, you
I'm sure.
I do mine. It's a tinker.
I know about you. Okay, wait, what else?
12,000.
My senior,
I can wait
bid,
till
when I graduated.
I'm on the board with BT.
I can't wait for 8 months.
I ain't talking about you, Dad.
I'm gonna get
All right, you need to be quiet and be work.
My career is
For the
just
first, hey! For the first bullet point, you put your grade level. Second, high school, be quiet.
Look, it's that clarity, man.
Career of interest, after school.
We don't want to do
Then the
this.
next, be quiet. Next bullet point, you put school activity. If you participate in anything, you put that in.
I participate.
Or if you don't participate in anything and you have a favorite subject, you need to put that in.
Hold up, career entry, I don't be a count. Cute. I was like, what's the name? Career. I just play football.
Great answer.
They'll give you a bullet point on that.
For your career of interest, put future and then the job title. Like you said, accountant, you can put future accountant.
Future
If
doctor.
you want to be a future doctor,
Future
put
NFL
that.
player. Alright. You can, you fine.
That's your football team.
Then for the fourth bullet, make sure you put,
It said,
don't worry about the picture for this slide because it's not an icon there, okay?
yes ma'am.
What slide is still on number
Oh,
two?
yeah,
And number 3.
What slide three?
Oh, it's like 2?
Yeah, this slide
Yeah,
too.
it's like 2. It's like
I want to have
So,
to
right. Okay, it's a
Yes, you can
picture.
save when you finish your slides. When we finish all our slides today, we're gonna save after each slide. Make sure that anytime you work inside of Microsoft Office, anything PowerPoint, Word, Excel, make sure that you save regularly. The program automatically does it, but just make sure that you make a habit out of saving just to make sure that your work stays in the computer.
Make it flip.
What are you talking about there?
What about activity of We're gonna move on to the next slide.
So we want to do pictures.
Hold on a minute, can you slow down a little bit?
I'm gonna allow you to work on this towards the end. I'm just gonna get through it so you all can see exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, add slide. And the third slide is supposed to be title with content slide.
Skill.
Title of content.
Yes.
What?
Oh, we got to put title.
table,
Okay.
title.
So we put skills on title and content.
Put skills in and.
Shut up, Trey.
How much you feel?
So for your title and content slide and the title placeholder, what do you write? Skills. Okay, so this slide is going to be different than the previous slide. For this slide, we're going to add shapes, and inside of the shapes, we're going to add text. For this slide, we're going to add shapes, and inside of the shapes, we're going to add text. And that text is going to be 3 of the skills that you have for your career of interest. So, inside of that box, you see 6 icons. Inside of this box,
got the shape.
This
one be title, content, or skills.
Title, content, and skills.
okay, I don't see the icon for shape, so we're just going to go to the insert tab.
It's right there.
Right well.
Go back to home. It's right there.
I know I see them shapes right there.
Where to go?
It's on right there. You hit insert, you
Go to the insert tab. Thank you. And add 3 shapes. Now there are a long list of shapes that you can add. Make sure that you add a shape that is professional.